Hey Inspirators, it's Inspiring Vanessa here and welcome back to another incredible and inspiring interview for all of you. I hope you are doing well, and I believe that today is the time that we are officially back on lockdown, which is feeling very, very weird. I'm still going to school, so it's going to be a slightly different experience for me as well, but I hope you have been trying to stay positive and stay safe as well. Just trying to figure out how to get through this for the second time again, but I hope that we'll get and this will all run smoothly so we can kind of get back to normal. But today's incredible guest is the lovely DomVlogs. He's a TikToker and YouTuber, so he's basically a content creator. So in this interview I'm going to talk to him all about his social media journey and yeah, just things that he's learnt during his journey as well, some of the most important highlights. So I'm going to bring him onto the interview and then we can just get straight into it. And also feel free to leave in any questions either in the comments box or in the little question icon that you can use here, like right there I believe it is. And just send those in, and then at the end of the interview I'll select some of them so that Dom can answer some of your questions. But now I'm going to bring him onto the interview and then we can just get straight into it. Okay. Oh, my phone is kind of freezing. There you go. Hi Tamara.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm alright. Feeling very excited to interview today. This is my first ever, Instagram live interview, so grateful that, you're the host today.
Oh, I feel very honoured that I'm the first person to interview you. So what have you been up to recently?
Pretty much just college work. I've gone back to college during lockdown, so it's kind of crazy. And there's just a lot of work to be getting on with because we've had 6 months off, so a lot of catching up to do. How have you been? What have you been up to?
I mean, although I'm not doing my GCSEs like now, I've just started year 10, so it's a little bit confusing because I don't understand why the school system does this, but it's like everything's fine. Year 9, you just think about what you want to do, and then year 10, all of a sudden it's just like boom, start practicing for your GCSE, start studying for them. This is all the stuff that you're going to be learning up until then, but it's fun to understand that I'll be graduating in 2022, I believe. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, well that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean 2020 sounds much cooler, but nothing we can do about that. Anyways.
222. That's a pretty good year to be.
Yeah. We're just going to jump into the first question, which is when and why did you start social media?
Wow. Well, I first discovered YouTube in like 2008, so I was literally like 6 years old. But I used to love watching videos about Club Penguin on there. And then I just became obsessed with YouTube for like a good 10 years. And then obviously along the way I found out about other social medias through like people at school, so Instagram and Snapchat, like through other people at school going, oh, download this, talk to me on this. I was like, oh, sure. Downloaded it. And then TikTok came about when I got really bored in my GCSE year last year, and I downloaded it and I was like, do you know what, let's just, I get called funny by my mates, let's just see what the internet. So threw myself into that one, and it worked out really well actually. So
I mean, so you just need to give all the credit to your friends.
Oh, 100%.
Like, you guys are the reason why I found myself funny, and now the internet finds me funny as well.
Yeah, give credit.
Oh, but that is incredible as well. I think the first like social media app I had was probably WhatsApp.
Really? That's like the
if that's if that's even like required as a social media app, because I don't really see it as social media. It's just like messaging.
Yeah, same. But
on something.
Then I'm just like,
yeah.
Like it's just a messenger app, but
then Snapchat can be as well, and so can Instagram. But like WhatsApp is like primarily for messaging people.
Yeah, I think Snapchat's also got the filters and the mini games and stuff now. So I think it was becoming a lot more of a social media. But I can agree with in that one. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was like the first one I had. I think YouTube. I didn't really have the app. I just watched it on the website.
Oh yes.
Just on Google. But YouTube really does form your whole childhood, I feel like.
And like, there's so many videos that I go and rewatch when I want that, you know, daily dose of nostalgia, which just gets me through.
Yes. Just get all those memories that you didn't know you had, just unlock them by watching different YouTube videos as well. Definitely can relate to you on that one, for sure. So my next question is, what would you say has been the most memorable lesson from your journey so far?
Ooh. I think resilience, because I've definitely grown a thick skin, because being an influencer or online, or having like a, you know, a content creator, it can leave you with a really bad state. Like the comments you get like 100 nice comments, and one bad comment will stick out and like sting the most. So for example, I think one time I got like 100 nice comments on a TikTok, and one was just like it was really rubbish comment. It was just like you're ugly or something, and I don't know why, but I just said it and I was just like, I kind of stung like a little bit, like why would you say that? And then now I just look at a hate comment and I just like, oh, okay, cool, you wasted your breath on that. I really don't, you know,
just leave it.
like, just, you know, don't worry, because they want a reaction, they want to hurt you, but in the nicest way possible. Like, it's made me stronger with all those comments.
Definitely. And that's an amazing lesson to learn as well, because although anyone, like, whenever I speak to my friends, like, oh, what do you want to do when you're older? What's like your dream job? And it's like, oh yeah, I just want to be an influencer, I want to be on social media. And although it is amazing and you do get amazing opportunities from it, and it is so worth it from all like the effort you go through, I don't think people really understand the certain things that you have to go through until you get to that success, or even during your success as well, because there are always going to be moments.
Most people think about influencing like it's a really easy job, like take a picture, upload it. Like there's so many hours that go into it, such as like editing videos and making logos, or like making, you know, graphics and stuff. It really is a tedious and long process, and people just hit it with it as an easy sort of resort to go to. But in reality, it's really not, because it comes with it's a blessing and a curse in a way. But yeah.
I definitely agree with you as well. Just hopefully that somehow social media will become more of a positive place, if we just have more influencers doing it to help other people, entertain people, rather than just doing it to benefit themselves in a way as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Fingers crossed that will happen in the near future. Fingers crossed. Manifest it. My next question is, what would you say has been the highlight of your journey? One of your favourite memories?
Ooh, I like this question. There's so many things that thankfully have happened to me because of social media. I recently joined with a new agency. They're lovely, lovely people. Like, I can before because of COVID, but like I can pretty much call my family. They're such kind people, and they've got me such amazing deals. Like with these big brands that I never thought I'd work with, and I'd be like, oh my god, like, you know, such as Hollister, which was like such a big, like, eye-opening thing. I used to go into the shops and like buy their clothes, and now they want to work with me. Like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like,
things just turn around so insanely.
Oh, 100%. And then I had an audition with Disney a couple of years ago, so I had to go to the HQ. It was like such a weird experience, and that's what made me want to become an actor. So, like, you know, that's the goal. But yeah, going to the HQ was insane, and I was like, oh my god, I want to be this when I'm older. Like, this is so cool. But like, I think the hard work that I put in back in the day, like uploading YouTube videos and Instagram pictures and stuff, it really has brought me a lot of good things, which I'm really, really grateful for.
I mean, I just want to say congratulations for everything that you have achieved throughout your journey. You definitely deserve it, and so much more is definitely going to come for you as well. But I mean, speaking of like acting, I know that a lot of TikTokers kind of use TikTok as a platform to share out their acting skills. Is like POV something you'd start doing more often, or how would you kind of change that if you want to do acting in the future? Is that something you still want to do?
Oh, well, I mean, I did start TikTok with POVs, where I was like this posh character, like, because people, like, I did a few videos beforehand, and people were like, you're really posh. I was like, am I? Like, okay. So I just decided to go for it, and take some phrases from films, and they just did really, really well. And then obviously I need to do more of it, but I really haven't done much acting on TikTok. Like, I often just show my funny side, because I'm quite just I wouldn't say relatable, but I'm trying to aim for that sort of relatable teen type attitude, and like to make people be like, oh, I find this funny because I relate to it, because I'm the same. Like on my For You page, I want to see videos that make me laugh because I relate to them, or funny videos, like, you know, people dancing weirdly, or, you know, something, I don't know. It's crazy how the app's evolved, and I'm grateful that I have a sort of platform on it. So
I mean, your Posh Boy videos are absolutely iconic. It's like your own, like, I guess, like your alter ego a little bit.
It has actually. I did start saying Spiffulent a lot in my actual real life. Like my teacher was like, "You've got a distinction." I was like, "Oh, Spiffulent." I was like, "What?" I was like, "I didn't say that." You know, like
it was my other split personality.
Yeah.
That's not my fault. That's TikTok's fault. Don't blame me on that.
100%. Oh.
It's so hard to sometimes get out of character sometimes. That is really, really funny to hear as well. Previously we were just talking about kind of like negativity online. So my question is, how do you deal with negativity online? How have you dealt with it in the past, and how do you deal with it now?
In the past, I'd usually just delete the comment. Obviously looking at it and being really, really hurt by it. Like, I actually really used to sting. I remember a lot of the comments, and at school as well, like in real life, it was almost everywhere. Like the comments weren't just digital, they were in real life. But then I now just dealing with hate comments now, I think I just like have them all filtered. Like, thank God all these social medias now have like words you can put in to filter. By the way, sorry if you get any bangs, there's a fireworks show going on. Like,
oh yeah, same here as well, because the 5th of November, I remember it from primary school.
Yeah, everyone's having fireworks today, so it's just like constant bangs. Anyways, yeah, I just, you know, look at them, delete them, block the page, think, okay, thank you for commenting on my post and boosting it further into the algorithm. Like, don't know what you gained, but yeah, it's honestly, I'm just grateful that I've, you know, got a thick skin to these comments, because it's in real life as well. Like, if one of my friends was to turn around and be mean, oh sorry, I'd be like, okay, cool, like, you know, I'm grateful for that. But yeah, definitely involved on how I react to hate online.
Yeah, and that's just like such a massive part of just being an influencer, and you kind of need to have thick skin. And I feel like the creative industry is just in general, because you can be like the best person in the world, you can do anything for anyone, and there's still be one person who dislikes what you do and your morals.
Yeah,
so people just need to be aware of that.
Not everyone is always going to agree with you. I grew up knowing, but just know that, like, also don't hit back at them. Like, one thing is, just don't reply to them with negativity, because fire and fire is gonna be more fire. Like, you know, just don't reply, don't give them the attention, or just, you know, be kind as well. Like, it really isn't that difficult to just comment a nice comment on someone's post, or check up on one of your friends. It takes a couple seconds, and it really does make a difference.
It's like, kill them with kindness, pretty much.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I think I got a message in my request not too long ago, and someone was messaging me and they're like, "You're ugly." And my mom's gonna message me saying, have you seen this message? Are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And I was like, I'll just reply back to her, and I just said thank you. And then later on she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I said that. And I was like, it's fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Because some people obviously don't understand how to communicate with others, so they feel like the only way to get attention upon themselves is to draw something negative.
Yeah, 100%.
Because people are just going to scroll through a bunch of positive messages and then just see yours, and that's going to obviously grab their attention, but it's not for the right reasons. So I feel like any time, obviously, as you were just saying, which is a great example, always never fight fire with fire. It's not going to make anything else better. So I definitely agree with that as well, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, I was just like listening to what you're saying, because you're an awfully good talker. So. Oh,
thank you so much. I mean, you are as well.
Thank you. I try my hardest.
I try my best. So I feel like you've collaborated with a lot of like your friends who are obviously on social media as well, a lot of other content creators. So if you could collaborate with any content creator, who would you choose and why?
Oh my God, there's so many to choose from.
If it's hard, you can do a top 3.
Okay, so I've got one in my mind right now. she's one of my good friends, Chloe Hodgson, who I really would love to collaborate with again. We talk all the time. We always talk about collaborating, and she's started to go back on TikTok as well. And she was my best friend a couple of years ago, and then we kind of drifted, not like falling out wise, but like we just had our own stuff. I had college, she had stuff I can't talk about. But yeah, then we've sort of, you know, come back together in lockdown and just, you know, called all the time. And I think we've both grown a lot as individuals, mentally, physically, a lot. So I personally would want to collaborate with her, because she's so open on her social media. She doesn't put up a filter. She just goes like, why do we have to, you know, get a jawline in the image? Why do we have to face tune our images? And it's almost inspired me to do the same. And she's so natural in her videos, and she's so open and honest and funny, and just, you know, it really inspiring. And also another person as well is Charlotte Roberts. Collaborating later this week, which will be exciting. So there's going to be a collab coming out soon, which I'm very excited for. But
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, I will let you know when it comes out. I'll DM you.
Definitely.
It's going to be like a sort of, because we did do one before, a lockdown collab, because we were going to meet, but then obviously lockdown happened. So we did a Scooby-Doo one, and may or may not be Scooby-Doo in the next one. So I need to wear my Fred outfit, but I have grown like a foot. So none of my clothes fit anymore. So I need to keep buying new clothes. But yeah, that's what's happening. And then also, person. Sorry, I'm literally dragging this.
No, it's okay. Please go ahead.
Third person, content creator. Low-key, I really would love to. Who am I thinking of? A TikToker. Oh my goodness. She's called Charity Shop Sue, and we became friends over lockdown. She's it's a comedy mockumentary on YouTube, which is like put the clips on TikTok, and that's how I found her. And it's almost my sort of comedy, and she is just an absolute legend. She's now on Comedy Central, like she's making moves.
Oh, wow.
And I would just love to collaborate with her on a video, or like do a little TikTok with her or something, because she's my spirit animal. Like whenever I'm low, I watch her show, and I instantly feel better, because I don't know if I think it's the northern accent and the passive aggressiveness of her character. Laugh. But yeah, she's just a legend, so 100%.
I mean, I'll definitely look her up after this interview as well, but I mean, all of those people that you just mentioned, I cannot wait to see all those collaborations happen. I'm very, very excited. Everyone else is like typing in the comments like, oh my gosh, we love this person, we love that person as well. But I'm so excited to see that come out as well. That sounds wonderful too. My final question before we get into some questions from the viewers is, what do you want to achieve in the future? Where do you see yourself?
Obviously acting is a main goal of mine, but I really do love having this platform on social media that I can do now, because I can spread awareness to things, I can tell people to do the right thing. I almost want to be like a sort of older brother type figure, where I can, if people have questions, they can just come to me, and I'll try my best to give a decent answer, but obviously if it's something that I'm not trained on, I'll be like, here's a professional, here you go. I really am grateful that I have this platform for now, but when I'm older, I definitely, or even now, like I want to really get into acting and sort of keep on social media, because I do love doing it. It is just a lot of fun. Like, I'm grateful that I'm not one of those people that has to put on a whole act for social media, which is really sad that some people do go through, but it's obviously a process which I can't change. But I'm grateful that I could just put my phone down, sit for 15 seconds and talk about my day, try and make it funny, upload. Like, that's, you know, it's pretty much something I'm grateful for, because people find me funny, which sounds awfully egotistical, but that's not me being egotistical there. I'm just like, you know, saying what the people think. But yeah, acting is the main goal, and for now I'm loving social media. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, that is fantastic, and like one of the things that I really just love about what you do is that you're very authentic, and obviously if you have a bad day, you're not afraid to say that, and it still puts a smile on your face. It doesn't make you feel lower than maybe you were when you go, and maybe if someone goes onto your social media to feel a bit better, they're still going to feel better afterwards, rather than kind of showing almost like a fake image, so that you're like, oh, everyone else is doing so well, and then I'm here, I'm not having a good day, when actually we should be promoting more, normalizing more on social media that everyone has bad days.
Yeah.
Just because someone looks good in this Instagram picture doesn't mean they look that good every single day of their life. We all have bad days, we all have negative days, so we need to just promote that more on social media so people know that we are all human at the end of the day.
Oh, 100%. I totally get that. I think that by doing that, like from my, personal POV, it almost like breaks the negative stigma that is people just associate with, mental health, that it's like an iffy sort of subject that you have to tread on eggshells, when everyone has bad days. Like you can't control that. And just to know that you can relate, and someone like can come to my stories and see that I'm not having a good day, and they're like, oh, me too, maybe I'm not so alone in this and all this stuff. I just feel really sort of good outreach, because I'd love to see that, and I didn't see much of that growing up. Whenever I had bad days, I usually just take the day off. And now I can go on social media and people are like, I'm not having a good day either, we can talk about it, we can just like resolve it and make each other laugh. And I'm just grateful to do that. And I'm grateful you have that mindset too, because if I was live with someone who's just like, you can't post about your mental health, we don't care, I'd be like, right, leave.
Bye, leave my page, see you guys later. See you guys never ever again. But yeah, kind of like speaking of mental health as well on social media, like I feel like a lot of people who I follow do talk about mental health. That's because I've already been introduced to those people. And then obviously some people who just follow random people who may not talk about mental health really just again shows what or why they would want to be an influencer, why they would want to be on social media, when actually they may not realize that filming a video is so much mental capacity. If you're going to be doing it like every single day, I mean,
it's training. Yeah,
last year I did daily videos, I think, for like 6 months.
Oh my god.
And then I quit YouTube for like 2 months or something, or like a month, because I was like, guys, I can't do this anymore, I don't want to give you guys negative energy. And then I just stopped, because honestly my mental health is suffering so badly. But these are the things that we need to talk about, because people don't understand the way to cope with different things as well. So hopefully more influencers will be talking about mental health more often and talking about it openly, as it is extremely crucial.
Yeah, definitely. I'm grateful that you took that break though as well, because if you were to be forced to continue doing YouTube, that I know how draining YouTube was, because I used to do it. I don't do it much more, which I really should do, but every single Sunday I'd force myself to upload, and then I'd procrastinate during the week or have loads of work, and then the Saturday evening I'd be like, oh my god, I've got to upload a video tomorrow at 12 p.m. Write the video out, stay up to like 4 in the... Oh, sorry, my battery has 20% left.
It's okay.
And then I'd be like editing till like 4 in the morning, and then I'd be like waking up really low and just like, oh, I'm tired and all this stuff. And it really did affect my mental health overall. And also I think social media is great because you can learn a lot educating wise about mental health and all other world issues as well. But while we're on the topic of mental health, I think before I thought it was maybe like, I think it was just everyone thought if you had a mental health, you had mental health problems. But now I've realized that everyone has a mental health. Like everyone can have different mental health issues, but everyone has a mental health, and it can be affected by each of this lockdown. And that's what I want to do, and try and amuse people and keep them entertained during this time. Because if any of my friends were suffering alone, I'd feel heartbroken for them. So that's why I'm constantly checking up on all my friends, like, hey, how are you doing? Always here if you want to play like a few video games, or if you want to FaceTime or watch a Netflix film or something, like, because I just want to be there for them. Like I want someone to be there for me. And I think because of that energy that I've put out, I've almost attracted that back through social media. So I've made loads of friends through social media that I'm really grateful for. Sorry, went off on a bit of a tangent there. Apologise.
No, it's okay. Thank you for sharing that, because that is so powerful. Or whatever you give out, you always will receive back, no matter what. For me, I'm like, okay, if you give out to the universe or whatever your beliefs are, then you will get that back, and you should be getting that back as well. So no matter how long it might take, you're still going to get that back when you need it the most, which is the most important thing. But I definitely agree, especially in the first lockdown. I was always saying, make sure you speak to your friends, because you never know if their busy lives or before lockdown that was helping them or distracting them with their mental health. So obviously when they have to kind of fully live with themselves and what's going on in their head, that's going to really make them suffer. So always be speaking to them, because you never know what people are going through behind closed doors.
Yeah, like I was in these 4 walls for 6 months straight because I never went out because I was so sad.
I think we all went a little bit crazy.
Yeah, and I'm like, what day is it? Like, I felt, but you know, I'm grateful that now I can go out and, like, you know, not, well, obviously still wearing PPE and stuff, but I can actually leave my house. And you know, so I'm hoping that this next lockdown isn't as brutal as the first, and I'm hoping the cases do lower. And I hope you stay safe as well, by the way. And I hope everyone in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Wear a mask. Always wear a mask.
Definitely. Everyone, make sure to stay safe as well. Fingers crossed they will only be 4 weeks and not another 7 months. Fingers crossed that Boris didn't mislead us again. But to be honest, I don't really trust anything that man says. Not at all. Not at all. This question is from the Blackistani family, and they said, what's your favourite social media?
My favourite social media is probably, I like Twitter because it's the funniest, but it can low-key be the toxicest.
Definitely, it's like a very equal mix.
Yeah, and most of the posts I see on Instagram come from Twitter anyways, so I thought, why not download it? And it is like the funniest things I've seen in a while. It gets me up in the morning, like I'm on the bus and I'm laughing, I'm like, okay, I'm attracting good energies, you know. But Snapchat as well, I think is cool because the filters are just make me laugh. And fireworks. Sorry. And Instagram, of course, because like I love Instagram. Like, although sometimes it can be very mentally draining, I do enough breaks to love the app and see the beauty of it rather than just the toxic side. I can't say that.
Toxicity, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Of the app, but yeah, I just try to always spread positivity or like important things, or you know, breaking stigma of things such as like sexuality and stuff. Because I came out as bi back in June, which was crazy, and like I've learned so much from this app. So all social medias are good in their own way, apart from Facebook. I don't know why, I just don't like Facebook.
I have a Facebook page, but that's just for like other like networking reasons. Otherwise, I wouldn't fully go on my phone and be scrolling through Facebook.
Yeah, no, having a business brilliant, don't get me wrong, but like the actual like having a profile on there, speaking to people, like a lot of the posts I see in there as well are like severely rude and like derogatory, and I'm just like, wow, like, you know, and it's mainly like people who I used to know from high school posting like horrible stuff online, and I'm like, I don't want to see that, so I just simply delete the app.
I feel like you just get that with any app, to be honest, but I don't really know many young people who use Facebook. Never met someone who uses Facebook religiously. Another question from the Pakistani family is, what editing program do you use for your videos?
Ooh, I use Final Cut Pro, but for TikTok I just simply use TikTok. It's pretty much an editing software in itself, but Final Cut Pro is brilliant. Absolutely love MacBooks and Macs and everything Apple. Like, I'm sorry to Android users, but I am team Apple till I die. And just, yeah, I use Final Cut Pro. It's a gorgeous program.
Same here. I've always been just using Apple.
Okay, good.
But we don't discriminate against Android before the people come in the comments going, well, I like my Android phone. We're not coming for you guys. Okay.
Love all Android. Please.
Definitely. This question is from Hello, I'm Sadie, and she said, what would you say the most positive thing about social media is?
Definitely the impact you can have with a page. If you have even 10 followers, and you post like a funny video, or if you post like a message saying have a lovely day, that's at least one person you've changed mindset. So I think at least if I make one person laugh, or if I make one person smile, then I've done a good job. And social media can just boost that to millions of people, which I think is so heartfelt. Like Twitter always shares really, you know, cute images of dogs or cats, and millions of people see it and go, I was really sad but I'm happy, or this calmed me down during a panic attack or something. So I really think having that is a positive factor, and I'm grateful that social media is getting more positive as the days go by.
Definitely. I mean, looking at cat videos or dog videos, my serotonin levels go all the way up.
Even I'm
all the way up.
Like, because they're not in reality, so I won't, you know, die from allergic reaction, but I can look at them through the screen.
Oh gosh, I mean, it's always good that we have social media now, because you can look at things, but you don't actually have to be there in real life to experience it properly. The final question is from It's Only Rianne, and she said, do you have a favourite video you've posted on TikTok? If so, what was it?
My favourite video I think I've posted on TikTok was one where I actually low-key acted. It was the one where I did a sort of mini monologue with like a film that I just dreamt of, like in my sleep. And it did really, really well. It got like 400,000 views. It was crazy.
Whoa!
And people were just like, Netflix, get this down. And I was like, imagine, like dream, manifest that. Yeah, and it was that, or probably the first Poshboy video, because I think the Poshboy videos have changed my life in a way. Like, I've met such lovely people through TikTok. I've met such amazing companies through TikTok, and I really am. It's crazy. My life has definitely like just boosted in the past year because of TikTok and doing this Poshboy character. So I think that's my favorite.
Definitely. I mean, that sounds absolutely incredible as well. And I feel like, do you always, like, if someone just like recognizes you, do they just see you as Poshboy? Is that like what you get referred to most of the time? I feel like some people just like, because they have like one or like a series of viral videos, that's just what they get remembered by specifically.
Yeah, I think at first it was Poshboy, and now it's just like, oh my god, you're Dom. Like, I'm so I've achieved that Dom status.
Yeah.
Because last year winter time it was like, oh my god, Poshboy, like I love your videos. I was like, thanks. And then now it's like, oh my god, Dom, like I love you. I was like, my heart, like that's so nice when I bump into people. But yeah, that's, you know, I prefer being called Dom than Poshboy. But you know, I did kind of dig my own grave there by calling myself Poshboy. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, it's fine.
Definitely more personalised though. I feel like that's a very big thing, especially with like actors as well. If they just get remembered as their characters thing for like a super long time. I think Sky Jackson, when I was reading her book, she was talking about that every time she get approached on the street, she'd always be called Zuri. And she's like completely opposite to her character. She's like a little bit more introverted, so she always feels like a little bit uncomfortable when people called her like by the wrong name. Yeah, 100%. So I think it's a really big thing, but as long as they keep following you, they actually get to know who you are, then they'll start calling you by your actual name. And then you know they're the real ones because they watch all your content and they know who you are properly.
And you're like, thank you so much for my content, like, and then they realise that you're almost like a normal, not to be derogatory to any social media influencer, but you're a normal person. You're not a god on social media, like you, because we are just normal people. Like we are literally the same as if this. Like, I don't think there's much difference between us and per se the viewer. I think we are just the same, and we just have a platform. You know, it's like if we were standing up on a podium in like the medieval times, and like 100 people just gathered around me. That's what it is. Like, you know, with less digital stuff, obviously. But that's what I think social media really is. And I just think we're the same. I treat you as my equal. You're not below me, and you know, no one's above or below. Like we're all the same.
Definitely. I 100% agree with that as well. And I feel like influencers, like, we're exactly all the same as everyone else. Everyone else is the same as everyone else. As you would just say, no one's higher or lower than anyone. I feel like we just made certain decisions that just allow us for our voices to be heard across a majority of more people. Otherwise, there's pretty much no difference, to be honest. We all go through the same issues, the same mental health things. So that's what we all need to keep in mind, that we are all the same, and that we should just keep thinking about that. And someone just commented, everyone's amazing in their own way. Definitely.
Love to see that. Katie's one of my long time. Actually, it was a year ago, a couple of days ago, my birthday.
Oh wow!
I've known her for over a year.
Yeah, happy belated birthday, by the way. You're officially an adult. How do you feel?
But you know, now I can. What can I do? I can legally scrap metal, which is bizarre, but I can do that now, so that's fab. But yeah.
But that was the last question. Thank you so much, Tom, for just being yourself and just sharing everything you do on social media. It's just so amazing, everything that you're doing. You've made such a massive impact across so many people, and I wish you all the best in the future as well. And I hope you get to collaborate with all those people too.
Well, thank you for having me. Oh my god, I really appreciated this. But yeah, I will leave you to it. Have a great evening.
Have a great evening as well. Enjoy the fireworks outside, even though the noises are probably a little bit annoying.
All right. See you later.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
So now it is the end of this interview. I hope you all did enjoy it. Make sure to go and check out Dom on his TikTok and his YouTube, and obviously his Instagram as well. Thank you also so much for tuning in. So if you didn't get through all of your questions, but this will be up on my IGT later. So if you watch in between, you can rewatch the whole thing. It will be there. Basically like a screen recorder, but it's just saved on my IGTV as well. And then if you have any questions that you still want to be answered by Dom, then leave your question on the IGTV, and hopefully he can answer it for you as well. But make sure to follow Dom as well. He's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for sending in your questions and all of your love and support. Make sure to go and check out my Amazon Prime show, which is called The Inspiring Vanessa Show, and to check out all the other interviews that I've done with some more inspiring individuals. But without further ado, I'll see you all in my next interview. Bye everyone.